Welcome to my channel, Coin Worth Million. Today video is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins. Top 320 pence. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So let's get it started. The 2010 United Kingdom 20 pence coin, more commonly known as the 20p coin, stands as an enduring example of Britain's modern numismatic tradition. Issued by the Royal Mint, the 20p coin is part of a broader decimal coinage system that the UK adopted in 1971, replacing the old pounds, shillings and pence. Introduced in 1982, the 20p denomination bridged the gap between the 10p and 50p coins, offering both functionality and a practical solution to rising inflation and coinage needs. By the year 2010, the coin had already become a common sight in the hands of Britons, yet it continued to evolve, particularly through design and public perception. The 2010 edition represents a period when Britain was cementing its identity within a changing economic, political, and cultural landscape, while also retaining its ties to a long, regal past. The obverse of the 2010 20p coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, whose initials IRB appear just beneath the monarch's neck. This portrait, introduced in 1998, remained in use until 2015 and is noted for its more realistic portrayal of the Queen, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Rank Broadley's design aimed to represent the Queen with dignity, maturity, and strength, reflecting her long reign and the stability of the monarchy amid a rapidly changing United Kingdom. Unlike earlier, more stylized portraits, this one embraced a realism that was both human and stately. The obverse inscription encircling the portrait reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2010, which translates from Latin as Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This phrase connects the modern British monarchy to its ecclesiastical and historical roots, a subtle nod to the deep intertwining of church and state in British history. On the reverse side, the 2010 20p coin continued to feature the revolutionary, reverse design introduced in 2008 by Matthew Dent, a young Welsh graphic designer who won a public competition held by the Royal Mint. Dent's innovative concept was to split the royal shield of arms across the reverse of multiple denominations in a jigsaw-like fashion. The 20p coin, in particular, displays the lower right segment of the shield, showing part of the third and fourth quadrants of the arms. These quadrants include the Irish harp, symbolizing Northern Ireland, and the Lions of England. This design symbolizes unity among the nations of the UK, presenting the shield as incomplete unless seen collectively across the 1p to 50p coins. The idea reinforced the notion of collective identity, especially vital in a decade when devolution debates and regional tensions were growing. Dent's design was celebrated not only for its creativity, but also for reinvigorating public interest in everyday coinage. In terms of specifications, the 2010 20p coin retained the physical properties established in 1982. It is equilateral curved heptagonal in shape, giving it 7 equal sides and a unique feel. This distinctive shape was an intentional design choice to help the visually impaired distinguish the coin by touch. The coin is made of cupra-nickel, an alloy consisting of 84% copper and 16% nickel, lending it both durability and a silvery appearance. The coin measures 21.4 millimeters in diameter and weighs 5 grams, making it lighter and smaller than the 50p and 10p coins, but heavier than the 1p and 2p pieces. Its reeded, milled edge offers further tactile distinction. The 20p coin's dimensions and weight have remained largely unchanged, testifying to the success of its original ergonomic design. The minting process of the 2010 20p coin was handled with the same rigorous standards employed by the Royal Mint. Based in Llantrisant, Wales, the Royal Mint has a long and storied history dating back over 100 years. Modern minting employs automated machinery, laser engraving, and meticulous quality control to ensure that each coin meets precise standards. Tens of millions of 20p coins were minted in 2010 for circulation, though the exact number issued varies, slightly depending on different records, with general estimates placing it around 70 million pieces. These coins were distributed through banks, retailers, and public institutions, becoming part of daily life in the UK. Though a circulation coin, the 2010 20p is also of interest to collectors, both for its role in the shield puzzle and its representation of a broader cultural moment. Unlike the accidental rarity of the undated 20p coins released in 2008 due to a minting error, the 2010 edition bears the date clearly and does not fall into the category of rare or highly valuable coins. Nevertheless, examples in uncirculated or proof condition, especially those from royal mint sets, do fetch higher prices in the numismatic market. These are often sought after by those completing modern British decimal collections or assembling the full royal shield set. Coin collectors value consistency, design integrity, and historical context, all elements the 2010 coin delivers amply. From a historical and socio-political perspective, the 2010 20p was minted during a period of economic recovery following the 2008 financial crisis. Britain in 2010 was navigating austerity measures, changes in leadership, and shifting attitudes toward the European Union, immigration, and constitutional reform. The general election in May 2010 saw the Labour government under Gordon Brown give way to a conservative Liberal Democrat coalition led by David Cameron and Nick Clegg. This political shift ushered in a new era of governance focused on fiscal conservatism and public sector cuts. Though coins like the 20p are not political tools in a direct sense, they reflect their times through subtle choices in design, messaging, and distribution. The adoption and success of the dent designs, for instance, suggest a nation interested in rebranding its image while retaining traditional symbols of unity and monarchy. Additionally, the 2010 20p plays a role in the educational and economic frameworks of British society. As one of the mid-range denominations, it is frequently used in transactions, making it an essential teaching tool for children learning about money and arithmetic. For adults, it plays a vital part in vending machines, parking meters, and small-value purchases. The consistency in its production and the familiarity of its design speak to its usefulness and popularity. Economists and policymakers often study coin circulation data, including that of the 20p, to gauge economic activity, consumer behavior, and the effectiveness of physical currency in a digital age increasingly dominated by contactless payments. In cryptocurrencies, the 2010 20p coin also represents a point in the broader conversation about the future of cash in Britain. As card payments, digital wallets, and contactless technology expand, the need for small denomination coins is being reevaluated. Nonetheless, coins like the 20p remain symbols of sovereignty and tradition. Each one carries with it not only monetary value but also cultural weight. The metal in your palm is the product of centuries of coinage evolution, shaped by monarchs, artists, politicians, and the public. Looking further into the aesthetic elements, the 2010 20p coin is a study in design minimalism and symbolism. Unlike older coins that included detailed heraldry or thematic imagery, the modern royal shield approach uses negative space and fragmented designs to create visual intrigue. The absence of a denomination on the reverse, a first for some UK coins, when the design was introduced, reflects a certain confidence in public recognition. The denomination instead appears on the obverse or is implied through association with the shield puzzle. This design philosophy marks a departure from more literal and illustrative numismatic traditions, showing that British coins could be modern, sleek, and still rich in meaning. From a global perspective, the 2010 UK 20p is part of a larger trend, where nations use coinage as both practical and symbolic tools. Other countries like Canada, Australia, and members of the Eurozone have likewise redesigned coins to reflect national identity in abstract or innovative ways. In this regard, Britain's 20p contributes to an international narrative in which Coins are not just mediums of exchange, but also ambassadors of culture, design, and history. Finally, the longevity and durability of the 20p coin mean that many 2010 examples remain in circulation today. Their condition may vary, from near mint to heavily worn, each coin telling its own story of usage, exchange, and passage. For those with a numismatic eye, spotting the 2010 20p may prompt appreciation not for its rarity, but for its representational power. It is a coin that belongs not only to the realm of currency, but also to the tapestry of British civic life. The 2014 20p coin of the United Kingdom is a modern yet historically rooted numismatic artifact, representing not only the current circulating British currency, but also a symbol of Britain's numismatic and royal traditions. Struck in a distinctive equilateral heptagon shape, seven-sided with rounded corners, this coin encapsulates both functionality and symbolic artistry. With a weight of 5.0 grams, a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, and a composition of cupra-nickel, 84% copper and 16% nickel, the coin serves as a lightweight yet durable piece fit for daily commerce, while also holding appeal to coin collectors, monetary historians, and British culture enthusiasts alike. The 2014 issue falls within the broader series of the post-2008 redesign, which was initiated under the guidance of the Royal Mint to modernize the UK's coinage and unify its design under a central theme, the Royal Shield of Arms. To understand the significance of the 2014 20p coin, one must first consider its evolution, since the denomination's original introduction in 1982. It was the first UK coin not to carry a date on its obverse, a radical departure from earlier norms. This change was permissible because the date was instead featured on the reverse. Designed by William Gardner, the original 1982 reverse featured a crowned Tudor rose, a potent symbol of English heritage and unity following the Wars of the Roses. However, in 2008, the Royal Mint launched a radical redesign of the UK coinage. The objective was to give the coins a more unified appearance, culminating in a new family of reverse designs created by Matthew Dent. Dent's approach was innovative. When the 1 penny through 50p coins were arranged together, their reverse sides formed the image of the Royal Shield of Arms, a full heraldic representation that symbolizes the sovereign authority of the British monarchy. In the case of the 20p coin, the reverse design showcases the lower right segment of the royal shield. This part represents the second and fourth quadrants of the shield, which traditionally bear the harp of Ireland and the 3 lions passant guardant of England. Matthew Dent's segmental approach was not just a bold visual statement, it was an ambitious attempt to tie modern currency to the centuries-old traditions of British heraldry. The 2014 20p coin thus includes a partial view of these important symbols, carved with precision and care into the cupra-nickel surface, offering a tactile and visual tribute to the nation's storied past. On the obverse, the 2014 20p coin features the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS. This portrait, introduced in 1998, marked a subtle yet important departure from previous depictions of the monarch. Rank Broadley's work aimed for a more realistic representation, showing the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with age lines and facial features carefully delineated. The designer's initials IRB are located at the base of the neck, a signature inclusion. The inscription surrounding the Queen's effigy reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2014, which stands for Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina Fide Defensor, Latin for Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. This phrasing reflects the deep intertwining of monarchy, religion, and tradition in the British constitutional system. An important feature of the 2014 issue is the continued use of edge-smooth heptagonal shaping, which gives the coin a distinctive, tactile identity, easily identifiable by the visually impaired and intuitive for use in everyday transactions. Despite being technically a polygon, The coin feels almost round when handled, due to the rounded curves of the heptagon's edges. The smooth edge, unlike the milled edges found on some larger denominations, contributes to its sleek feel and is also part of its distinct design identity. In terms of minting and circulation, the Royal Mint produced millions of 20p coins in 2014. While the precise mintage figures are updated periodically in Royal Mint annual reports, the volume of 20p coins minted that year reflects the denomination's continued popularity in daily cash transactions. Unlike commemorative coins or low mintage issues, the 2014 20p coin is relatively common in circulation. Nevertheless, its design and quality make it a valuable object of study and collection, especially when assembled as part of the full Royal Shield set from 2008 onward. Collectors often strive to acquire each coin from the Shield series, arranging them to form the complete heraldic design. What makes the 2014 20p particularly relevant to numismatists and historians alike is its embodiment of modern British coinage philosophy, a fusion of contemporary design principles with ancient heraldic symbols. It is neither a wholly modern abstraction nor a strict homage to the past, but rather a balanced tribute to both. This dual nature reflects broader cultural trends in the UK during the early 2010s, when questions of national identity, historical continuity, and modernization were becoming increasingly prominent in political and social discourse. Coins, after all, are not merely instruments of commerce but also cultural artifacts, miniature sculptures that encode values, symbols, and messages from their time. It is also worth noting the broader economic and social context in which the 2014 20p circulated. Britain was still feeling the aftershocks of the 2008 financial crisis, and cash-based transactions, while slowly declining due to the rise of contactless payments, remained widely used. The 20p coin was often employed in parking meters, vending machines, and other small-scale cash-based activities. The coin's denomination, neither too small nor too large, gave it a unique utility in the British economy, striking a balance between the diminishing penny and the larger 50p and pound coins. Additionally, for many outside the UK, coins like the 2014 20p offer an entry point into British history and identity. Tourists, for example, often take such coins home as souvenirs, attracted by their distinct shape and historic motifs. For students and educators, the coin can serve as a microcosm of British constitutional monarchy, design evolution, and economic history. For designers and artists, the coin's integration of form, function, and national symbolism stands as an example of effective visual communication on a miniature scale. From a technological standpoint, the Royal Mint's ability to consistently produce such intricately designed coins speaks volumes about the institution's precision and innovation. The minting process for the 20p coin involves multiple stages, from the creation of steel dies and the striking of blank planchets to rigorous quality control inspections. Each coin must meet tight tolerances in dimensions and weight to be accepted for circulation. This technical excellence ensures that the coins are durable, counterfeit-resistant, and aesthetically consistent across large mintages. Over time, minor varieties can emerge due to die wear, misalignment, or other minute differences in the striking process, and although no major recognized varieties or errors are noted for the 2014 20p in standard numismatic references, close examination by collectors sometimes reveals anomalies that spark interest, such as weak strikes, die cracks, or off-center impressions. While these are not officially categorized as error coins by the Royal Mint, they can add value and intrigue for specialists in the field. In conclusion, the 2014 20p coin may appear modest at first glance, small, light, and commonplace in everyday transactions. Yet beneath its humble exterior lies a deep narrative interwoven with national identity, design innovation, historical continuity, and economic relevance. It is a coin that not only fulfills its role in commerce, but also acts as a portable emblem of British culture, bridging past and present. Whether examined in a collector's album, clinking in a pocket, or nestled in a coin jar, the 2014 20 pence continues to speak volumes about the values, aesthetics, and traditions of the nation that issued it. As time progresses and future issues of the 20 pence coin evolve, particularly with the eventual transition to portraits of King Charles III, the 2014 edition will increasingly serve as a tangible link to the later reign of Queen Elizabeth II, an era defined by modernization, reverence for tradition, and cultural complexity. In this way, it secures its place not just in the economy, but also in the annals of British numismatic heritage. The 2015 United Kingdom 20 pence coin represents a continuing legacy of British coinage evolution, with a history deeply rooted in both the decimalization of the currency and the cultural symbolism of British national identity. Introduced in 1982, the 20 pence coin, commonly referred to as the 20p, serves as an integral component of Britain's decimal coinage system. The 2015 issue of this coin is not only a functional unit of everyday currency, but also an embodiment of tradition, technological minting progression, and artistic craftsmanship. By examining its obverse and reverse designs, minting context, metal composition, historical significance, and its place within both circulating currency and numismatic circles, we gain a fuller appreciation for the role this small but meaningful coin plays in British monetary heritage. To understand the context of the 2015 20p coin, one must revisit the 1971 decimalization of the United Kingdom's currency. On February 15, 1971, known as Decimal Day, Britain shifted from the centuries-old system of pounds, shillings, and pence to a simpler base 10 monetary system. This radical change led to the introduction of new coin denominations, gradually evolving over subsequent decades. Although not part of the original decimal series launched in 1971, the 20 pence coin was later added in 1982 to fill the gap between the 10 and 50 pence coins. It quickly became a popular denomination, useful for smaller transactions and convenient for everyday commerce. The heptagonal shape of the coin, a seven-sided design known as an equilateral curve heptagon, ensured easy recognition by touch and appearance, a hallmark of the British Royal Mint's commitment to user-friendly design. The 2015 20 pence coin features on its obverse the familiar effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. However, this year marked a significant moment in numismatic history because it witnessed the transition from the fourth to the fifth definitive portrait of Her Majesty. The fourth portrait, designed by Ian Rank Broadley and used from 1998 until early 2015, showcases a realistic and dignified image of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This effigy is well known for its mature, unembellished representation that aimed to balance accuracy with regality. Coins minted in early 2015 bear this image. However, beginning in March 2015, the Royal Mint introduced the fifth and final definitive effigy, created by Jody Clark, a Royal Mint engraver. At just 33 years old when his design was selected, Clark became the youngest artist to have designed an official portrait of the monarch for British coinage. Clark's 2015 portrait added a subtle vitality to the Queen's representation. In contrast to earlier designs, it features Her Majesty wearing the King George IV state diadem, an ornate diamond-studded crown worn for official occasions, including the state opening of Parliament. Clark's portrait also subtly integrates modern minting techniques, including 3D computer modeling, which was used for the first time to design a royal coinage portrait. This effigy emphasized both tradition and technological advancement, and its inclusion on the 2015 20p makes the coin a symbolic intersection between continuity and modernity. On the reverse side, the 2015 20 pence coin carries the shield segment design introduced in 2008. Created by heraldic artist Matthew Dent, the reverse of the 20 pence coin displays the lower right portion of the Royal Shield of Arms. When the coin is placed together with other UK denominations from 1p to 50p, the shield design is completed, with each coin representing a segment. This innovative concept symbolized national unity, portraying the United Kingdom's historic royal emblem in a new, interactive way. Dent's design was selected through a public competition organized by the Royal Mint, aiming to revitalize and unify the coinage. The reverse legend simply reads 20 pence at the top and the date 2015 at the bottom. The intricate detailing of the shield's quartered lions and harp, symbolizing England, Scotland, and Ireland, emphasizes Britain's composite national identity. The composition of the 2015 20 pence coin reflects the modern priorities of durability and cost efficiency. Unlike the older silver coinages made of precious metals, the 20p is minted from cupro nickel, consisting of 84% copper and 16% nickel. This alloy was chosen for its silvery appearance, resistance to wear, and non-precious cost-effectiveness. The coin weighs 5.0 grams, has a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, and is 1.7 millimeter thick. It has a milled edge, not reeded, but instead featuring a smooth heptagonal profile. Its shape ensures that vending machines, tactile identification, and stackability are maintained without compromising on design elegance. From a numismatic perspective, the 2015 20 pence coin occupies an interesting position. While not rare in the strictest sense, the dual obverse types, Rank Broadley and Clark, attract interest from collectors who seek to compile a complete run of effigy transitions. Moreover, coins with the Jody Clark effigy from the 20p denomination are somewhat less common than their higher denomination counterparts, as many collectors focus on pound coins and commemorative releases. As such, a high-grade uncirculated 2015 20p with the fifth portrait can have marginally increased collector value, especially in BU, brilliant uncirculated sets, or proof sets issued by the Royal Mint. The coin's presence in these sets adds further appeal for collectors interested in effigy progression and modern minting milestones. A particularly unique aspect of the 20 pence coin series is the 2008 mule error, where coins were mistakenly minted without a date on either side due to mismatched dies. While this occurred years before 2015, it cast a long shadow of interest over all 20p coins, prompting collectors to pay close attention to the minting details of each year's production. As such, the 2015 20p is often carefully inspected by enthusiasts to ensure authenticity and completeness. Although the 2015 issue is not known to contain any similar errors, its role in the effigy transition continues to make it a subject of ongoing interest. In broader cultural terms, the 2015 20 pence coin plays its part in the everyday economic rhythm of the United Kingdom. Despite growing trends toward cashless transactions, physical coins such as the 20p remain vital for small purchases, public transport fares, and vending machine use. Their ubiquity grants them a quiet but constant presence in British life. Furthermore, the coin reflects the Royal Mint's mission to combine utility, beauty, and tradition. As British coinage continues to evolve, especially in the post-Elizabethan era following the Queen's death in 2022, earlier coins like the 2015 20 pence are likely to become markers of a significant transitional moment in British history. Finally, from a symbolic standpoint, the 2015 20 pence coin encapsulates a nation at a crossroads, respecting tradition while embracing the future. The introduction of Jody Clark's fifth effigy in the same year as this coin's mintage coincides with a broader cultural shift in Britain, one of renewal, modernization, and heritage conservation. The shield reverse ties the coin to heraldic traditions going back centuries, while the use of digital design in the obverse reflects a modern nation preparing for the digital age. As such, holding a 2015 20p coin is not merely a financial act, but an engagement with the ongoing story of a nation, a monarch, and the art of money. In conclusion, the 2015 United Kingdom 20 pence coin may seem ordinary at first glance, one of millions produced by the Royal Mint for circulation. Yet beneath its small silvery surface lies a rich tapestry of history, art, identity, and transition. From its dual portraits of Queen Elizabeth II to its shield-bearing reverse, from its cupro-nickel composition to its place in the wallets of Britons and collections of numismatists, it stands as a quiet yet potent emblem of continuity and change. For collectors, historians, and everyday citizens alike, the 2015 20p coin is more than a denomination. It is a slice of living history, an enduring piece of Britain's numismatic narrative.